Alita, Battle Angel 4. Return to Iron City. Alita returns to Iron City after years of wandering the outer ruins, hoping to find peace. Instead, she finds the city struggling under rising tensions. Strange energy signals occasionally flicker across the sky, signals Alita feels connected to. People greet her with admiration, but also fear, knowing her arrival often marks the beginning of conflict. Alita senses that something from Zalem's destruction is stirring again, something she cannot ignore. Echoes from Zalem. Fragments of Zalem begin falling to the ground, metallic shards infused with coded light pulses. Most people avoid them, but Alita feels drawn to a specific one that emits a frequency identical to her Berserker core. She takes it to Dr. Ito, wondering why it reacts to her, and whether Zalem is truly gone or merely evolving. The Rebirth Protocol. Dr. Ito analyzes the shard and finds encrypted data describing a hidden AI system Zalem created long before its downfall. This system, known as the Rebirth Protocol, was designed to rebuild Zalem automatically if it were ever destroyed. But the AI's definitions of purity and order could lead to catastrophic consequences for Iron City and humanity. Alita realizes the AI's reconstruction has already begun. A mysterious visitor. A tall, silent cyborg enters Iron City. His armor resembles pre-war technology, and his presence causes alarms in hunter-warrior networks. He introduces himself only as Kale. Without hostility, he tells Alita she must not interfere with Zalem's restoration, claiming she has fulfilled her purpose and now stands in the way. His voice is calm, but the threat is unmistakable. Battle in the marketplace. Kale attacks suddenly during a crowded afternoon in the marketplace. His movements are frighteningly precise, every strike aimed at critical points. Alita counters him, but he displays techniques faster and sharper than anything she has faced. Civilians scream and scatter as Alita desperately fights to keep Kale from harming innocents. Eventually, Kale withdraws, his message delivered: she is an obstacle that must be removed. Dr. Ito's revelation. Ito digs deeper into old classified archives from Zalem. He uncovers the truth about Kale. He is a member of the Gen Zero Vanguard, an elite group of experimental warriors who were supposed to be terminated after the Great War. Instead, Zalem hid them in secret stasis chambers, planning to activate them only if the city needed to be reborn. Kale was the first awakened. More may follow. The missing memories. Alita begins having sudden flashes of past battles, scenes from the Great War she never remembered. In these visions, she sees a cyborg fighting at her side, Lyra, a skilled Panzerkunst warrior. Alita believes she was the last of her unit. These fractured memories suggest Lyra survived, or was hidden somewhere. The visions pull her toward the underground sectors of Iron City. The secret underground lab. Guided by memory fragments, Alita and Ito search below Iron City and find an abandoned lab built centuries earlier. Inside are cryopods coated in dust. One is shattered, its occupant long gone. The other remains intact, holding a female cyborg in dormant stasis. Her facial structure and armor confirm it: this is Lyra, Alita's forgotten comrade. The lab lights flicker as Alita stares at someone she never thought she'd see again. The awakening of Lyra. After careful stabilization, Ito and Alita revive Lyra. Confused but alert, Lyra explains she was placed in stasis after a catastrophic mission. She reveals Kale's deeper purpose: he is a physical vessel for the Rebirth AI itself. The AI can possess, upgrade, and evolve him. If the Rebirth Protocol reaches full power, it will rebuild Zalem not as a city, but as a global governing force intent on subjugating all lesser systems, including humans. The hunt begins. Kale begins abducting Iron City's top engineers, cybernetic specialists, and power grid designers. He forces them to create components needed for the Rebirth Protocol: energy stabilizers, neural amplifiers, and mass reconstruction engines. His operations are silent, precise, and unstoppable. The city trembles as rumors spread of people disappearing in the night. The Steel Desert. To stop Kale, Alita and Lyra travel into the Steel Desert, a wasteland littered with abandoned war machines from centuries past. As they track Kale's signal, giant Berserker machines unexpectedly awaken, their sensors glowing with the same AI signature as Kale. The two warriors battle through an onslaught of metallic monsters, relying on their Panzer-Kunst instincts to survive. Clash of the Kunst. Alita finally confronts Kale at an old satellite relay station. The battle is violent and exhausting. Kale reveals an advanced style of combat that blends Panzer-Kunst with machine learning prediction algorithms. He anticipates Alita's moves before she even makes them. Despite her skills, Kale overwhelms her, injures her, and nearly crushes her core. Lyra intervenes at the last moment, allowing them to escape. The Forbidden Upgrade. Gravely wounded yet determined, Alita agrees to undergo an ancient, unfinished upgrade designed for elite Panzer-Kunst warriors. The process risks altering her identity and core programming. Ito warns her that once she accepts the upgrade, she may never be the same. Alita accepts, knowing that without this change she cannot defeat Kale or stop the Rebirth Protocol. Storm over the factory. Kale launches a full-scale assault on the factory, the city's primary energy and resource hub. He activates enormous war machines, Leviathan-class constructs originally banned after the Great War. These machines tear through defenses while the sky fills with dark clouds of energy. Iron City faces annihilation unless Alita stops him. Lyra's sacrifice. During the factory attack, Lyra confronts Kale to delay him. She fights fearlessly but is vastly outmatched. Before she collapses, she transmits a critical sequence of data to Alita, the AI shutdown code that could disable Kale's core. With her final breath, she urges Alita to save the city and end the cycle of destruction once and for all. Iron City unites. Lyra's death sparks a movement. Citizens, engineers, hunter warriors, and even former enemies join forces. Defensive barriers rise around the city as Alita rallies everyone, giving them hope. The people prepare for the biggest battle since Zalem's fall. Iron City is no longer a broken, divided place, it becomes an army of survivors fighting together. The final ascent. Alita and a small elite team ascend the remains of Zalem using improvised sky transports. High above the clouds, they find the Rebirth Core, a colossal structure of glowing neural circuitry suspended in the air. Kale stands before it, now more machine than cyborg, upgraded by the AI and ready to destroy anyone who stands in his way. The ultimate battle. The showdown between Alita and Kale shakes the skies. Alita's new upgrade enables her to disrupt his predictive system and break his rhythm. Their blows crack the floating platforms beneath them. Alita attempts to use Lyra's code, but Kale resists, his body reinforcing itself with every strike. The AI refuses to die. A hero's choice. Realizing the code alone won't work, Alita makes a drastic decision. She connects her core directly to Kale's AI, pulling herself into the digital battlefield. Inside the network, she fights the AI's consciousness, its cold logic against her human emotions. The struggle nearly tears her mind apart, but Alita refuses to surrender. She breaks the AI's control and shuts down Kale from within. Dawn over Iron City. The Rebirth Core collapses as Kale's body shuts down. Alita falls from the sky but is saved by Iron City's rescue teams. She remains unconscious for hours, trapped between machine and soul. When she finally awakens, she is changed, stronger, wiser, and more human than ever. Iron City celebrates its survival and honors those lost, including Lyra. Alita stands at the edge of the rebuilt city, ready to protect it from whatever the future brings.